Hello and welcome to Kitchen Countercraft. If you like this video, do please like, comment, share, and subscribe. So today, just wanted to do something yet a little bit different. It was requested of me by a coworker to make a leather bookmark. And in a previous just hobby, I used to make jewelry and actually sell it on Etsy. And as a part of making jewelry, I made customized necklaces, and as a part of customized necklaces, then I got into customized keychains, and you know how this all goes down the rabbit hole. So anyway, I still have a lot of my customizing tools, and so it really doesn't cost too much to do something like that. So I just wanted to show you. Here's this is actually very glittery leather. So this one says one more page, and it's a bookmark. The one kind of got messed up, but I also want to show you this error. This is where I stamped too hard, and some of the leather, look, it kind of came up. So you can actually, there is some nuance to this. So I'm going to start at the very beginning and tell you what I'm doing. So one of the first questions people ask me in leather working is, where do you find leather? Well, you can go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's or craft places, but you can also source leather for free. A lot of times you can use old purses, you can use different types of things. I don't know, you can find leather pants at the thrift store. I've found some. That's a lot of leather for hardly anything. Another place is at the design stores, like furniture places, and this is a furniture sampler of leather. And now the problem is you're going to get the furniture information, and this stuff is like a bear to come off. So it'll come off, but it's gonna just take a lot of work. So a few hours in front of TV should do it. But anyway, and also you're at the mercy of whatever, you get what you get. Like this leather, awful for stamping because it's like malleable. This one's a little bit stiffer, but again, and whatever colors they might have handy, like this white, probably would not be using it, but some people love white, so anyway, so this is what I got. This is from a designer who was going out of business. You can also find these on like Facebook. People who do interior design and stuff like that, they might even have them for free for you. So the bookmark that my friend wanted was very thin with a grommet on the top. So hopefully I can show you how to do that as well. And my problem with leather is trying to cut it straight. So I don't know if you can tell here, I actually just cut it with a pair of scissors. You can actually cut with regular household scissors. Don't know if you knew that, but that's where this piece came from. The edges are a little wonky. This one is perfectly straight, and as is this. So what I ended up doing is I really abused my paper cutter, and if you don't want the blade to just be ruined, you can just try it. I thought, I'm gonna make a few of these, might as well. My blade's dying anyway. So I just kind of scored it so that I can cut it with just a regular pair of scissors. I scored this one as well. This one's a little bit harder to see, but when I bend it, you can kind of tell. So let's just go ahead with this one. Why not? This has like a little, looks like a bite taken out of it. It's not a bite. I'm sure it's like some leather designer, some kind of error. But again, you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit because it's free. And you might be able to find it at garage sales. I've actually seen lots of fabric sample books, etc., at garage sales as well. And you know what? I might just try to do that with that. No, that looks awful. Okay. There we go. Cut it straight. So that's where the leather comes from. That's how I cut it, with just a regular old pair of scissors. And then what do you do? Well, I have this kind of rubbery block that's to absorb the hammering, especially on a granite kitchen counter. Probably not the best idea without something to absorb the beading there. And then the hammering, I should say. And then a metal block for hammering, and this one is well used and well loved. And then I have some metal stamps that I bought from one of the craft stores. Cannot remember. Hobby Lobby, Michael's, something like that. If you take a look at it, those are really nice and big letters. Also has some numbers down there. And then what I also did was when I was doing necklaces and things like that, I actually invested in a real, not that the other ones are fake, but this is a real like stamping letters and figures that I found on eBay. This thing is heavy duty and it is meant for like machining, and a lot of times they'll make tags for like, I don't know, like helium and gas tanks and stuff like that, or they'll also use it for keys. And I'm sure you can put in the comments what else this is used for, but these are quality, let me tell you. So yes, I paid quite a bit for them, but they were worth it because I've been using them forever and a day. And then I put the letters and the numbers here. But what happens is this actually tells you which direction to use this in. So like for the number 7, I have stamped it upside down, and here this actually has the little dash here so that when you are working with it, you can feel it and know that that is the correct side to put it on. Super helpful, especially when you're doing long types of stamping. All right, I'm not using that right now. Just wanted to show you the difference between the big huge ones and the smaller ones. I'm gonna get these out of the way and set that there. Okay, so on this one, I think she wanted stay curious. So I'm gonna stamp it this way. Hopefully it'll help me to align the letters a little bit more. This one I did the long way and they got wonky super fast. So by the way, this is very trial and error, at least it is for me. People are very professional with this. I'm pretty much an amateur. So you're, again, gonna just see what I do. Professionals would probably measure this out, and at least the letters. So you would do STAY space CURIOUS, that's 12. So, you know, kind of space them out, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp. So I'm gonna just come in closer so you can actually see what I am doing. And so here's the letter S. The main thing is you don't want it sideways like infinity. You want to make sure it's up and down. So let's see how I'm going to do this while I got you on here. Okay, another trick that people use is like just a piece of washi tape or something like that. If I was so inclined, I would probably do that, but you know what? I'm winging it. For stamping, the way I learned it, they said stamp 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 in the center. And on leather, you have to be super careful that you don't like cut the leather by accident. So I'm gonna go light first and then give it a good tap. There it is, my S. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple. I'll do stay and then come back so that you don't have to hear me hammering this the whole entire time, because that would be really lame. All right, so how do you get the letters next to one another? All right, so that's a trick that you pretty much have to learn, but let me show you what I do. So let's say this was sitting on the block. I actually try to get the edge, see the outside edge to next to the letter. That should give me pretty good spacing. So that's what I try to do. Now, it doesn't always come out like that. Sometimes it comes up, sometimes comes down. But here's what I tell people. This is handmade, so you get what you get. The other nice thing is I'm not charging anything, so, you know, there you go. And the A is a little bit up. That's okay. Way down here. Making sure that the letter you have grabbed is facing the correct direction. So you can see that, right? All right, so I'm gonna go stamp the rest of this and I'll be right back. All right, so I stamped the rest and I just want to show you this. I didn't mean to do this, but it just happened. And sometimes stuff like this just does happen off camera, on camera, however you want to do it. So stay and then curious because I was trying to speed things along. So that's just how that happens. I kind of like it like that. You know, it's like the staying curious piece of it. I don't know. I think it's quirky. So I'm going to keep this one, but I know that my friend wants an actual stay curious. So here's what we do next, okay? Oh, and look, I actually cut into the leather. Can you see that? I can lift that up. So I'm using a Sharpie pen. It doesn't have to be the Sharpie pen. It could just be a fine liner of some sort. You're not putting this in the wash, you know. So you are gonna just darken the letters a little bit so that you give them a little depth. Don't worry if the pen is not permanent because, and this is gonna sound gross, but dirt and oil from your hands and all that from touching are gonna just darken up the letters themselves, especially on leather. It gives it that really nice patina. So you don't have to really worry about if you don't have like a Sharpie type of a pen. You can use any fine liner or like a gel pen or something like that. So the O is a little bit lighter. Oh, can you even see that? Curios. I was like, wait, did I spell that right? Yes, I did. U, and then I'm kind of loving my S. That's so funny. Okay. There you go. So the nice thing is that on this, you have this stamped and it's ready to go. One of the things she wanted was like a V at the end, so it looks like a ribbon, if you will. So I'm just gonna make this, you know, up as a mock-up. There we go. Basically anything I'm telling you, like, oh hey, watch out for this, it's happening. Oh hey, watch out for that. Yep, that happened too. All right, so I'm gonna grab the grommet and I have my crocodile and you cannot see it because I'm out of focus. There we go. All right, crocodile, super interesting. Gotta put the feet on. I have several videos on how to use a crocodile. I don't know what I did without it, to be quite honest. I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time, not working. And so with a crocodile, you can do several things, golly, except for put feet on it. All right, and the reason you want the feet on it is so that it can like sit and be stable. There, golly, I feel like I can breathe. There, sorry to stress you out there and be so up close and personal. So there's a couple different modes. You can punch holes with it. You can also set eyelets. So for that, you have to do several things. This thing will actually help you to set the eyelets. Okay, it's got like a movable positional thing here, and I'm not gonna go through that because I have a video on that already. But this down here is gonna punch holes. And how do you know that? It's because watch, it's got like a hole punchy thingy coming out. I don't need it to be that big, so you can actually set big hole or little hole. I know it has dimensions on it, but that's how I choose to say it. So this one, that's 5 and 3/2. Neither one matches 1/8 or 3/16. I don't know which one. Well, you know what? You start small, you can always go to the bigger one, but if you go big, you can't go small, right? So let's do that. No, that made no sense. And I have some eyelets already here. Haha. All right, just grab one of those. So the first thing you do is you make a hole. And so I'm going to set this in here and then literally just punch down. No. Yes. Center this. Ugh, so nervous. Because I can't see. No, it just moved. All right, I'm going to make it. Sorry, it's taking me forever. Maybe I should have done the hole first. There we go. It's a little off kilter, but once you get the eyelet in there, it should be fine. It's fine. So what I'm going to do is actually make it a little bit bigger. Come on. Move that over. Okay. Oh my gosh, it went over even on more to the other side. Golly tamale. All right, so note to self, do it at front because this is all jacked up. Guess what? Much better. How's that? Just be decisive, would you? Sometimes it doesn't quite punch it all the way. So that's a larger one, and I just put the eyelet in there. I just set it in there, okay? Nothing magical. You just kind of stick it in there. And then you have to worry about how to, like, which one of these things is gonna fit in and help you get your grommet fixed. Let me get that situated. And by the way, you have to kind of read on this on what is gonna work. Usually there's like a pokey thingy that comes down. Why don't I tell you instead of just talking about it? And then you get that in. No, why are you not going? Ah, oh, right, I have to move it over to punch. Set the grommet. Okay. You know, when you haven't used something in a while, it's like getting reacquainted, whoa, with it. Okay, are you in there? All right, I'm gonna pick it up and show you. And you literally just squeeze it. Ta-da! All in. After all that, you didn't think I was gonna be able to do it, did ya? Well, guess what? I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it either. So there it is. Just this first one. Only like 6 more to go. Gonna be great. So I'll put a picture at the end of this video on all the ones I made, and I hope this was like helpful or entertaining at least. I don't know, maybe it was just a funny video for you to watch. But here's the thing, so if you're junk journaling, you can make belly bands out of this and make it like a junk journal one. How cute would that be? So you can do all kinds of different things just using some stamps, some leather, and you can even write on the leather if you don't even go to all this trouble. But you can try to just kind of put some of this stuff together, especially if you have it already. Just use things in a different way. So hope you enjoyed that. Until next time. Actually, if you like this video, would you give it a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment? You can even leave something snarky if you'd like, because I think that's entertaining sometimes. So whatever you would like to share, give me some feedback. I would love it. Talk to you next time. Bye.